Welcome, level uppers, to a trailer breakdown for one of the greatest trailers.
I
we
cried.
have
Yes!
in a
It was
very-
amazing. How many times have you watched it?
I've watched it, I think, 5 times now.
That's
Me
it?
too.
Yes.
Me too.
You are holding back, sir.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm at 5.
I want to get to listen to the feedback we got on Batman v Superman. We got a lot of complaints on that video on YouTube. A lot of views, first of all, probably 9,000 views on that now. But a lot of complaints that we talked over the trailer.
Do you understand what a trailer breakdown is?
So I'm confused by that personally. Why are you coming to somebody else's channel to watch a small version of the trailer while we talk over it when you could just go to the official Star Wars account and watch the trailer there? But you know what? Still, we're going to just watch the trailer first. Yes, we are. We're just going to watch a trailer.
Watch it once and then go back?
And then we'll go back
All right, I'm good with that.
and
Okay.
we'll actually break it down.
All right, let's do it.
To listen to the fan feedback on our YouTube account. So let's get into it, guys. The trailer for Star Wars, the final trailer for Star Wars, The Force Awakens.
Who are you? I'm no one.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it. The dark side. A Jedi. They're real.
The Force. It's calling to you.
Oh, shit!
Just let it in.
Instead of doing a breakdown, can you just go back and watch it again?
Let's just watch it another 12 times, right?
Oh my god!
It's so damn
The
good.
Oh.
that I need to establish to everybody is that makes me feel like nothing else in this world does. That makes me so happy to be alive and know that this is gonna be a thing.
So
Let's go right back to the beginning. We're gonna
Right.
now we will begin our breakdown because we listened to fan feedback. We barely talked over that, although I really wanted to.
Yeah,
I
me too.
know.
Right, but let's go back to the very beginning. We see Rey.
Right. And
we
she's
have
in,
to assume.
I have to imagine that crashed Star Destroyer that we
Yes.
saw in the first trailer.
Amazing shot here, just really showing off the scale. Look at that
Right.
there.
But what I want to know is whose voice do you think that is?
I think it's her. She has a different voice than I imagined.
No,
for
but
sure.
it's someone else asking her.
Oh, asking her, "Who are you?"
Yeah, who are you? Who do you think that is? Do you think it's anybody substantial, or do you just think it's a plot piece for a
The
trailer?
only character we really haven't seen is the one played by Nyoto. She's an African American actress, and
Yeah.
she's doing a lot of motion capture for this film. We haven't seen, I think, that character at all yet, or heard the voice for that character. So it's possible.
It's
that
very
maybe
likely it could be
that.
her.
What do you think, Greg?
I was just gonna say the same thing. I know she's being kept a secret for hopefully some good, awesome plot point in the movie, so it could be her. I didn't even think about that too much.
There's a lot of things I think people glossed over in the
Yeah,
trailer.
for
that-
sure.
We get another shot here of BB-8, the new main droid, right? This is
Right.
the
Can I
new
tell-
R2-D2.
Can we just realize that? Can you go back a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
And see how awesome it is? Guys, keep in mind, this is practical effects. That means
yeah.
that this is a physical thing. That BB-8 droid is literally rolling across the sand as you're watching it. It's not
Such
CGI.
a cute design too. It's not just that it's
No,
awesome from
it's
a practical effect.
so good.
Yeah.
I really like the look of her too, of
Mhm.
Rey. I'll need to rewind it back
It
there.
looks like, you know what it looks like actually? It looks like young Anakin.
Her?
Yeah. Look at her right now.
Mm-hmm.
A
Doesn't
little
she?
bit.
Like, am I
I'm just
wrong?
so
Am I off?
happy. I just think she looks awesome. I think she fits this universe. I think she fits this role, and I think she's gonna crush this role.
First of all,
She's
Oh,
so
absolutely.
awesome.
she's really just like cute. She's 20 years old, I think, and
Yeah.
comes off older in my opinion. She has
Yeah.
this maturity to her that I really appreciate, and also in all of the scenes where she kind of shows more emotion, like either where she's crying or the
Mhm.
part where she's shooting the gun. We'll get to later. I really like this. It feels like she's going all in.
Yeah.
Like I
100%.
really like that about
Well, you
her
saw how
already.
much. I mean, she has to have a passion with her to react to the trailer like she did that we saw
Oh
the
yes,
video.
the
Mhm.
Instagram
You
video.
know that she put a ton of herself into it.
You saw that, Greg,
So
right?
this-
The
Yeah, I
Instagram
tweeted it
video?
out on our Twitter. It's the best thing in the world.
It's
Well,
so
you know.
good. All right, so now let's
So-
move on to what
Well, go
seems-
back.
Well, yeah, we'll rewind a little bit.
So
But-
this is the other side of the trailer that we saw before. Before we saw it from up there, that point of view, that army of stormtroopers, and now this side we see the back end. Now, and you know what's funny, Greg? Did you ever realize? And there's a lot of people that don't. Who do you think stormtroopers are?
They're all clones of what's his face, Boba Fett.
No, and that's what a lot of people
Jango Fett
think.
actually is.
Yeah,
really
Jango
big.
Fett. But
Yeah, sorry,
most of the
excuse me.
clones are gone.
Yeah.
Most of the clones have become defective. They've been around for so long that because of the cloning process, they've died off. And they've either died off or had other jobs or anything like that. So a lot of these are just hired guns. They're just supporters of the Empire.
He seems so young to me though to be an actual stormtrooper, and he said he's been doing this like his entire life in that.
Well,
quote
his life was being for it. So I think what they do is it's kind of like you are bred into this life. It's like a militaristic
like they
life.
send them off to Hogwarts for stormtroopers.
Yeah, it's like Hogwarts for stormtroopers.
That's
Really,
awesome.
that's awesome. I like that.
It's I thought it was a little bizarre. Like it's hard to imagine somebody so young. He seems young. How old do we guess he is? This guy playing Finn.
23.
Yeah, he seems like low 20s to me.
Yeah, I was just gonna say 22, 23.
So
This guy, I mean, he is always either scared shitless or out of breath.
Oh, at the same time, though, we do finally see some shots in this trailer of him not like out of breath and just crying or whatever.
Exactly.
He's definitely
Better.
he is kind of my one concern, I will say. with the
Same.
film, because
Greg hates him.
I hate him so much.
he's an overactor.
Yeah,
Is-
so
is
much
what
he
he
is. Every single trailer that we've seen of him so far, he's just like, yeah, and not like overacting the way we just brought up Daisy Ridley, her doing her actress. Like she puts a lot into it, but it's believable. I
Yeah.
feel like when he's doing it, it's just so over exaggerated. It's if they put me in a Star Wars movie and I'm over exaggerating everything. Like that's
I
how
think
feel
you
about
care
his
too
acting.
much about that, Greg.
Here's he was in 24, right? The newest season of 24.
24 Live Another Day, and he was
Yeah,
god
and even in
awful at it.
that, I thought he was
Well, he said-
really overacting.
Especially
in
now.
that.
That's what
So
Greg
bad.
hates him for.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not like him in that. So he definitely is my one big.
But he's
concern
that,
with
or
this.
you are actually a big concern. You have a big concern for it.
He's my one concern. That's all I'm
Okay.
going to say. He's my
Me
one
too.
concern. With
I'm
this
not
film
that
so
off
far.
by it. Anyway, let's keep going.
Here, music
This.
first of all was awesome here in this moment. We got
So Captain Phasma, and then we have Kylo Ren.
Mhm.
And here's what I don't know, and I think these are two clips meshed together. I want go back to that real quick. The Captain Phasma clip.
okay.
So they're looking off, and actually, it's too fast. So down there in the bottom right, I think you're gonna see the other station.
Okay.
That we're coming up, and that's actually gonna be pretty cool. But then you have this. I don't think that's actually connected.
Yeah,
into
that's
one.
what's interesting is they're making it look like he's talking to the helmet and he's saying, "I will finish what you started," which is bizarre to I think anybody watching this because first of all, how does he have the helmet?
Retweet.
No. Well, I mean, they could have recovered it.
Yes, they could have.
Uh,
With this, I think this is the main thing that's making some people think that somehow, as unbelievable as it may seem, that Luke is Kylo Ren.
I think it's actually
Retweet.
not that at all. Do you want to know my theory on
Wait,
it?
do you think it's unbelievable, or do you think that it's not,
It's not
Luke?
It's not that.
What do you think it is?
So, in the expanded universe, which J.J. Abrams seems to like a lot,
Uh-huh.
there is the grandson of Emperor Palpatine named Ken,
Yes,
and Kylo Ren,
Yes.
K-N, Ken.
I agree.
So, I think it's that, and I think he's actually talking to maybe like a memorial to Palpatine or something like that.
Uh-huh. I don't think it's going to be Luke. I won't be surprised if it is.
No.
I see that.
But I think
it
it's a
could
red
happen.
herring.
I see the potential. I do see the potential for Luke to be bad in this one. I understand that he goes bad in the alternate universe. This isn't that though. My first inkling from the very, very beginning when I saw Kylo Ren and the characters in general, my first instinct was that Rey is the daughter of Han and Leia, and the brother of Rey, played by Adam Driver, is Kylo Ren, who is also
I believe that too.
Han and Leia's son. That was immediately my feeling. What about you, Greg?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it's Luke, and they're making him the red herring to make it seem like he's bad, but I think Luke is actually like a mole in the Empire, and he's using Kylo Ren as his cover.
I don't think so.
That's what I think is happening. Only because
I do
I
think
can't
it's
see
going
Luke
to
going
rub-
evil, and I think Luke's not on the movie poster at all. That's the thing
No,
that
he's
really
not.
throws
Well, that's
me off about the
intentional.
whole thing. And the thing that gets me is like it just sucks that Han and Leia are featured on it, and then he's not. And Kylo Ren's the biggest plot point that we have yet to find out about. I could totally see Drew's theory though. That would be believable for me.
Right. Well, I mean, the whole reason behind that too is because it was supposed to be based on the twins, the Jedi Academy twins, and that whole series of books. That
Yeah.
was a talk for a long time.
Mhm.
And so because there's the sister, where the hell's the brother?
Mhm.
And that's why everybody's like, oh, I guess this is going to be the brother. And maybe they were estranged or something happened or anything like that. But
I think it might be kind of funny he was talking about it, and I do agree with them that it's going to rub a lot of people a very wrong way if Luke turns out to be like the big bad.
absolutely.
And the thing that they said was kind of funny, and I kind of agree with this. It's kind of like so many people named their child after Luke, right?
Yeah.
It's like, imagine that like all people that name their child after Luke because he's the hero of Star
Right.
Wars, and now
And
suddenly,
guess what? Your child's a little shit now.
yeah, right? now your son is named after the big villain of Star Wars instead. And I don't think they're going to take that into account when they're making this film and writing a script. But at the same time, it's gonna bother a lot of people
Right.
if this is what happens.
So he's doing this like, was he like pushing memories or sucking memories?
Oh, is he torturing through the Force? Is he
Right.
doing what's it called? Once again, going back to Hogwarts and Harry Potter. Is he doing the
Mind meld?
the torture curse?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Crucio.
Yep,
Is he doing Crucio?
God bless us.
God bless us.
Oh
No,
my
but here
God.
he seems to be torturing Poe, right? Is that his
Right.
name?
Oh, yep.
Who I hear
Who
is
is
very
really
much the Han
underrated.
Solo, right? of
Yeah.
this. But the music here as well is awesome.
Awesome.
You can't
Love
hear
the
right now,
scene.
but they used the love theme
Mhm.
with the Millennium Falcon.
Is
That's
it
really
true?
cool. What's true? Oh yes, Solo getting a great line there. I would turn that up actually because for having not too many lines in this trailer, let's turn it up here. His lines here are so good.
What you started,
God, I love that voice though.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
So
Such
good.
a powerful.
Just that
like,
delivery there. And also that right there, man, is J.J. Abrams good at jumping to light speed.
right?
Yeah.
He's really good at it. No, I'm being completely honest. He did a great job with it in Star Trek and now in Star Wars as well. Really, really
Right.
cool
Mm.
jump to light speed
I like
there.
that
I think
a lot.
it's so cool.
Go back. All right. So we have the. What's weird about this, and this is why I don't know if I believe that. I like the whole theory that Kylo Ren is not actually a true Sith.
Okay.
Have you heard that one yet?
No, I haven't.
All right. So the whole theory is that he's not actually a Sith. That we haven't seen any of the Sith yet.
Mhm.
And
Well, they're
it's
not
all,
even
like-
calling it the Sith in this one, from what we can tell. They're just
Yeah.
calling it the dark side.
Right, and so that's what I'm saying. I don't think we've seen any of the Sith, and I think there are like puppet masters behind the scenes that we haven't seen at all. Especially because the Sith never work with hired guns.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen that in any of the things, and anything. I mean, I
The
could be
master and
completely wrong.
apprentice. The rule of two, I guess you could call it, right?
Right,
That's what
Right.
we're used to.
but
with
we've never
Star
seen
Wars.
them work together. We've seen Jedi work together, with the clones and everything. We've never seen Sith work side by side with a squadron.
Mhm.
It looks like of hired guns. So that kind of throws me a little bit. I love the scene with the water.
Some cool shots here. Some space battles. Got Poe there and Finn.
This
of
is the
course.
one scene that you're talking about, but he still looks really concerned.
Yeah,
He's
right.
like, I know I'm about to be out of breath, bud. Like, I don't want to go into it.
Nice practical effects explosions
That's
there.
really crazy.
Let's rewind there. First, we get a shot of a cool looking robot there,
Mhm.
and also, where do you think they're going here? What is this place? It's got a symbol on it here.
I want to say it's a Jedi Academy.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's
Yeah.
Hogwarts for Jedi's.
Yes, God bless us.
No, but there was that was actually in one, like, I remember the books and everything like that. They go into this like old library of the Jedi and everything like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going
I
too
could have
crazy
sworn
with
I
that,
saw
but-
somebody trying to connect the symbol on it to Boba Fett for some reason. The symbol that you can see, the white one on the wall there. I can't remember how I found this, but I remember somebody trying to make some connection to Boba Fett. So I don't know if that means anything, but something to keep in mind.
Boba
But
Fett's not dead.
if they're going with the alternate universe, right?
If we're going by the what's his name's speech during Parks and Rec. Flash to Tatooine.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, you
Sarlacc
see
pit.
one climb out of Sarlacc
I mean,
pit.
I hope that they keep Boba Fett as
Oh,
dead.
man.
I've never been a huge Boba Fett guy, actually.
Same.
Because I don't understand the he's cool looking, but he dies.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's like
and
a little
he's
bitch.
barely in the movie at all. Everybody's like, oh, in the expanded universe, he's great. But I was like, everybody had a huge hard on for him before the expanded universe. Why is he so like? I don't understand it. I mean, I get it's cool to have a bounty hunter and everything, but I never got it either. I mean, you're not alone.
So I don't.
Having a rocket on his back.
Yeah. If
like-
they don't bring back Boba Fett in any way, shape, or form, I have no problem with
I'm
it.
okay with
I
it.
agree with
Moving
you.
on from
They've done bounty hunters so much better in. Well, neither of you watched the Clone Wars and/or Rebels, correct? The animated shows that are canon.
No, I have not.
Those are phenomenal. That a bunch of people were saying too that Kylo Ren, since he has the animatronic voice, might be an incarnation of Darth Maul spawn, considering he still lives on in the universe, wherever
I
he
think that would
is.
be kind of a stretch.
Yeah,
Little
that would
to
be
honest.
really pushing it out.
Little
of
bit.
all of them. I'd be okay with Darth Maul being around.
Yeah.
But I don't.
He's a cool character,
that,
and they
yeah.
definitely killed him off too soon when it comes to the main series. But
Retweet.
Boba got wrecked.
yeah. Here, this shot is not the first time we've seen this shot, but
No.
is this a red herring here, or do we think this is actually Luke with the animatronic or whatever you want to call it hand?
I think it's Luke. I mean, I feel like that's supposed to be the symbolism shown between
It's R2D2.
Yeah.
him and R2D2, and they had a close relationship.
Mhm.
I know when I showed this on Level Up Direct, a lot of people were like, nah, that's not Luke.
I
don't
feel
know
like
who
it
else
has to
would
be.
that. I feel like it has to be Luke.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: in this scene, there's like embers, right, floating through the sky. In another scene, we saw like stormtroopers and Phasma setting fire to a village. Maybe this scene is like directly during that.
So I want you to go ahead a little bit. I want to come back to that thought
Okay.
because I think there is another scene that's connected.
There it is right here, actually,
Right
with
here.
the fire. There's Phasma.
Right. And this is where, but like that right there.
That's concerning to me.
Yeah.
First of all, I wish they didn't put this in the trailer because people are already really focused on it.
Mhm.
And it kind of looks like Chewie. You can see some hair here. The fur on the right side there. Like, come on. Like, they should not be showing this in the trailer.
Yeah, I agree. I still
Like,
think they're doing a phenomenal job, though. I know, other than like a few things that we can speculate on, I know absolutely nothing about this film.
Some people actually think this is Finn here.
Um,
Well, how would you guys feel about Finn actually dying in this film?
Yeah, there is a good side to this movie. No,
to be honest with you, not because I dislike. I think it would be a really cool, ballsy thing to do. To introduce
To
this
kill-
character, to make it seem like he's the new Jedi, and then in the fight scene with Kylo Ren, if we think that is Kylo Ren, he just gets killed right there.
Do
I
any
think
of us
that would be really
believe he's the
ballsy
new
and kinda
Jedi?
weird.
I don't.
Well, he has a lightsaber, which some people automatically think makes you a Jedi, right?
Yeah, not
But
so
I don't
much.
think he has that lightsaber because he's becoming a Jedi. I think he has
Right.
that lightsaber as you need to defend yourself in
Right.
this moment. Luke hands it to him
Right.
like, I can't help you here.
Yeah.
Here's a lightsaber. Have fun.
Yeah.
And then he gets his ass handed to
I'm
him.
thinking when he dies is going to be how she ends up getting a lightsaber herself and like finally coming into like and accepting her ability as a Jedi. That's what I would love to happen myself.
I do hope that she is the Jedi of the film.
Me
That's
too.
just I want a female Jedi.
Yeah.
Me too.
That's
I
and
my
that
agree.
would be really awesome.
My favorite Jedi of the entire series, which is so underappreciated because nobody knows her in the movies, is Ahsoka. Ahsoka Tano, who's Anakin's
Yeah.
apprentice in the Clone Wars, and now she's come back in Rebels. It's one of
Yeah.
the coolest Jedi stories and one of the coolest Padawan to master just journeys that you get to go on. And she's a female, one of my favorite characters of the whole saga.
I actually want to go back to the poster for a moment because if we look at the poster as kind of the symbolic thing of where the characters fall, that kind of makes me concerned for Daisy Ridley's character, Rey, because she's right in the middle, right? And her staff is literally synced up in line with the red lightsaber of Kylo Ren, and her face also has a little bit more of a angry look to it. And anger, we all know, is the side of the dark side. So if you look at Finn, he's totally on the right with the blue lightsaber. So if we're going by that, is Daisy Ridley going to be the one torn between the light and the dark in this film?
I hope not. I want her to be on the light. She needs to be on the light. I'll be so upset if they make her dark. Although that would be a cool line for her to tread throughout the whole film. But I feel like she has to be on the satellite. And I
Some
want her
cool
to be on the
shots here.
satellite.
Once again, we got Poe in his TIE fighter. Some awesome aerial scenes there. That's the scene I was talking about there that shows emotion, but not overacting, right?
Agreed.
Like, look at look at her there. She's
Yeah.
all in, man. She's angry. She's shooting at something here, but just the emotion on her face that's what I want to see.
She's
Pausing it
gonna
right
nail
there.
this.
Look at that. She's angry.
She's awesome.
She's awesome. Like, no, I really do. I'm really, really excited for her character. I have high hopes for
Looks
Rey.
like we're back at Endor though.
Yeah, it does look like Endor. You're right. So
I wonder if that's where that Academy thing was.
Let's pause it there because our only shots of Leia in this film comes up in a moment here. And what's kind of really touching about the scene is, oh my God, it's so quick.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it really is.
It's so fast. Okay, there we go. I got it that time.
Proud of us.
What's really touching about this is obviously it's Han holding her,
right.
but it just brings back the memories and nostalgia, but also the idea that these two people have been in love with each other and have stuck together for 50 years.
And
that's a really touching thing.
God only knows how many more fights and people up. Like, just look at the emotion in her. Carrie Fisher's gonna crush her role too. I think.
I mean, I wonder what the divorce rate in the Empire is.
Yeah. Well, he's not a Jedi, so that means he's going to stick with her, right? Jedi can't have loved ones, but Han's a space pirate, which makes him even better. I don't think Leia's going to be in this that much, to be honest.
No.
Do you guys want any of the older cast to die in this movie?
No. Well,
I wouldn't say I want the older cast to die, but I do think one will die.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, it will.
Yeah, I think one has to die.
I feel like Leia
Who do we think it is?
More of like that.
Well, it depends on how far we're going with this. Chewie could die, for instance, and he's considered one of the main cast in the original. And from what we can tell in that trailer during that one scene with Daisy, with Rey, that really looks like Chewie there lying dead on the ground.
Which is why I think she's ended up crying. Oh, Rick just stole my thing in the chat room too. He said, "I feel like she's crying because Han told her about Chewie." ... That's literally what I was gonna say. It was like maybe he's coming back from like a battle or something and telling her about poor Chewbacca.
See, I'm gonna be sad though if Han isn't a huge part. If let's say Chewie does die, I'm gonna be sad if Han's not a huge part of that scene. If it's just like Rey with Chewie and Han's not even there, it's gonna be like, what? No, missed opportunity here. Like you don't kill Chewie.
No,
off
I think that's gonna be our original cast. Getting together type thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the bonding moment between the two.
Well, with Luke in there at the same time.
Yeah, true.
And the last shot of the trailer, of course, badass here.
This is where he's like, all right, I got this. And then he's like, oh, wait, no, I don't got this.
And we can rewind this so many times. Let me put it up on the big screen for you guys as well. Look at the fear, man.
His face.
The fear on his face during this scene. I'm going to try and pause it here if I can. Look at him. He's like, oh shit. Like, I'm not ready for this. I don't know what's like.
Well, and here, you want to hear something that, I mean, it could be spoiler. Look where they are.
Yes, right?
And then go back to the scene of Rey crying.
Yes, it's interesting. And this might be the spot where Finn dies, right? Maybe Kylo Ren kills him here, but is this Kylo Ren even?
Or
Uh-huh.
it could be that's Kylo Ren and that's Rey's brother. She finds out that it's her brother and he dies, and then we finally find out who the true Sith is.
What's interesting about this scene here, and one of the reasons you might be right, maybe this isn't even Kylo Ren. Why doesn't he have his helmet on? He's got the long Jon Snow hair going on here.
Well,
He has the long Jon Snow hair.
We saw in one of the magazine shots when they did one of the photo shoot, we saw Adam Driver with no helmet in Kylo Ren's suit.
Yes.
So
You're
that
right.
could totally be it. That could totally be him right there. We don't know because we can't see the face, obviously. But I do love this scene so much with Finn crapping his pants because Finn in danger
Maybe
makes me
during
happy.
the fight here, he gets his helmet knocked off. Is that possible?
That could be. Maybe Finn gets badass for a minute, and then after he knocks off the helmet, Kylo Ren goes after him and is like, "That's not something you are allowed to do."
Yeah. There's a reason they're showing this as the final scene in the trailer, in my opinion, and it's because I feel like this is going to be a pivotal moment in the film.
Absolutely.
And a surprise moment.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be a twist, in my opinion, this scene here, and they're already setting it up by having it be the final scene in the trailer.
It's the only scene I think out of all the trailers we've seen that have two lightsabers, light and dark, in the same shot.
I wish you could pause at the right time, but the moment that he jumps back, the amount of fear that he has in his face.
I know. I wish I could zoom in on it too. We should get better controls when it comes to trailer breakdowns. But yeah, December 18th. Who has their tickets?
I don't have mine currently, but I'm going to get mine.
Really?
Yes.
I'm
You're
surprised
gonna
you,
have some
Greg.
trouble with that, Greg.
I'm not going
Yeah.
opening night for sure. I can't. I won't be able to. Me and my family are going on vacation, so I won't have. I won't be around for when it
I'm
actually
going
releases.
Friday morning at 10 a.m.
That's awesome. Did you get good seats?
That's why I went Friday morning.
Yeah.
I could have gone. I took too much time trying to figure out who I was going to go with on Thursday night that I ended up wasting like 10, 20 minutes. And by that time, most of the seats I would have wanted were gone, so I just went Friday morning.
And that is it. We did a full trailer breakdown of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, the final trailer, unfortunately, which kind of bothers me a little bit.
I'm okay with it.
We're still 2 months away from this freaking movie, and that's it.
But the less I know, I'm
Yeah.
happier with.
That's what I was just gonna say. I agree with Mike there. I know, like I said, I know nothing about this film, and that's how I want it to be. I want
That's really exciting.
What-
I agree. There's
Yeah.
nothing that we know about this film.
all of the stuff that we are all talking about this whole time we broke down the trailer and stuff, it's all speculation. Like none of this has been confirmed. There's rumors going around saying all this stuff is going to be happening, what's going to be taking place, but that's props to the studio, props to everybody that worked on this film. Like this is such a big passion project and just a huge project in general that I think the ability that they've been able to keep this under wraps for this long is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And hopefully they
100%
get to
agree.
keep it going until it
I know
releases.
there are spoilers all over the place online, but I've been having no issue dodging them.
Yeah, same.
So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for watching this trailer breakdown of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. We'll see you throughout the week with gaming talk shows and game streams. Subscribe, level up.
Woo!